Hamid and Dustin, when you first started investing, did you have any guidance from family? Did you dive in on your own? Also, do you remember the first stock you bought?
Dustin, you want to answer that first?
As you know, my family does watch this. They taught me nothing. I learned it all on my own.
We forgot to give a shout out to your mom, by the way. Shout out to Melanie.
Oh, you have no idea what you're doing. I bought, I
Sorry.
bought
Go ahead.
some stocks when I was like in high school. I think we talked about it not on podcast but offline about how I bought Solar City because Tesla was going to acquire them. Um, but I didn't really like do much investing. What really brought me into investing was Bitcoin, where I started learning some more about the principles on the like technical analysis side, right? Like it's not going to teach you what's a strong company, what's not a strong company. And then I guess during the COVID crash, I became more interested in stocks like everyone else did. And I work at, on Savvy Trader and Earnings Hub, which are two investing products. So that has helped me better understand, what makes a strong company. And obviously, I work very closely with Hamid, and that has helped tremendously as well.
Very cool. Um, so my interest in stocks came because like I always wanted to own my own company and I wanted to know how companies and stocks worked. And I remember having these conversations with anybody who knew anything about business. My brother-in-law was like probably one of the first people that I asked about this stuff because he was older than me, and I wanted to sort of like understand how stocks worked. I couldn't have been more than like 13, 14 at the time. And he sort of explained it. And then I started like, back then, stock prices were listed in the newspaper. So I'd start like following random stocks based on the price of the stock. And then, later on, I think I was probably around 19, 20 when I first bought stock. And I can't remember what company I initially bought stock in. Um, but but yeah, I've been investing for a long time, more than 30 years now. And uh, early on, I learned a lot of, well, I should say like I made a lot of mistakes because like I was buying based on all the wrong reasons. And sometimes I was buying based on hype. And during the .com era, it was like all hype everywhere. And like I rode that wave up and crashed pretty heavily as well. Um, I think I kind of remember rough numbers. Like I may have put in as much as $5,000-6,000 into the stock market, and at one point, it during the .com boom, it had like ballooned in a year or maybe less than a couple of years. Um, to like I want to say over $90,000, and I was like, "Wow, this is incredible!" Right? Like, but then like literally within a year, it was back down to 5,000-6,000, and I had lost like 95%. And you get anchored to the highs, right? Like, so when your portfolio goes to $90,000, and then next thing you know, within a year, it's back down to 5. You're like, God damn it, this was terrible. But that taught me lessons that like lasted me to this day, to where like, no, don't buy based on hype, buy based on good valuations, right? Buy good companies or great companies, ideally for good prices. And that's what I learned from that book, One Up on Wall Street. And I think that book like really, really helped me shape my investment philosophy over time. Like the concepts from that book is what like stayed with me, and like I didn't apply all the concepts initially, but then like over time I like applied many of them, not even necessarily knowing it, but it was just in the back of my head. So yeah, that's been my investment journey.
One other piece I want to add is when I was starting to invest, I never invested more than I was willing to lose, knowing that I was actively in like learning mode. So like it was totally fine if the stocks went up, if they went down. Like I just wanted to understand or like better improve my own philosophy and way to go about investing. And I'd write everything down. I'd write down, why am I going into a stock? Why am I exiting a stock? And then figure out is there a correlation of like, oh, every time I invest based on X, the stock doesn't necessarily perform well. Maybe that strategy is not working for me. So in some, I'd like to fail quickly um, when I was initially investing. Now I don't like to fail at all, but still seems to happen.